Steve Ron and the banger.
Hello. Welcome to 6 Yard Box here. This is another edition of the EPL Premier League review, looking at all the games over the weekend and just like, sprinkling some, you know, putting some meat on the bone, basically, just looking at some of the results over the weekend. That's the plan. So we're just going to be looking at what happened over the weekend and just have a couple of discussions about, what do you call it, about the situations of some of the games what happened. So yeah, it should be interesting. Yeah, so yeah, let's go into it. Let's look at all the fixtures, and I'm just gonna some of the games I did see, some I didn't. So I'm just gonna, say some stuff about the games that I did see as well. And this is going to be like a regular feature, on this channel. We're going to be looking at the games played over the weekend, and then yeah, just talking about it. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, follow, like, share. Normal stuff. I really appreciate everyone. The Premier League is back. First game of the season. Everyone is excited. The fans are back in the stadium. And yeah, it's so good to be back. Really good to be back. So yeah. Um, just to say, the African Nations Cup draw is going on right about now in Cameroon, and I'll be having a look at it during this. And if we're looking out for Nigeria, we're going to be covering that on this channel as well. The African Nations Cup, that's in December, no, January. So we're going to be doing watch-alongs for you as well. So make sure if you love your African football like I do, Nigeria as well is my team. And, make sure you check that out. So let's look at what's been happening over the weekend. Premier League results over the weekend. There are a couple of games that was played over the weekend. We're just going to be having a look. Not a couple of games. There was a whole full Premier League games that was played over the weekend, and we're just going to run down through all the results. It kicked off on a Friday with Brentford Arsenal. That was a surprise result. Arsenal lost 2-0. The match was Brentford deserved it. They played well. They just outfox and outbattle Arsenal. I think Arsenal, the preseason is they're still in preseason. I think some teams take time to get into the flow of things. It take about 5 or 10 games, and I think Arsenal will be okay. The fans are going crazy, but I think they should be okay once they pick up their speed of the game. They got Chelsea next, and it's not going to be that easy. Everyone is thinking Arsenal is going to get smashed, but football is no 1+1, to be honest. And I expect there to be a reaction from the Arsenal players in that match against Chelsea. They've got a good result against Chelsea in the past, and I think they can do it again. So you never know what's going to happen in a game of football. Next game was Manchester United, Leeds United. That was a bit, I predicted loads of goals. I said it was 2-2, I think. But, United just, after the first half, second half, United just, you know, they just blew them away with a counter-attacking football. Bruno running behind the strikers, and Bruno getting all the goals as well. He scored an hat-trick. Pogba, came to the show, came to the party, and good passes as well. That's what Pogba can do. But can he do it over 37 games or more? We'll see. I think the jury is still out on Pogba for me in the Premier League. Everyone is waxing lyrics after one game. Let's see what happens after 25, 30 games, and then can pass my judgment on Pogba. But he's a good player, very good player. For me, is on the edge of being world class. So we'll see what happens. Then the next game was Wolves Leicester. Leicester won that. I think they played really well. From what I saw, Leicester played really well as well. Wolves played really well as well in the second half. But Leicester Group won that game with a goal from the man himself, Jamie Vardy. Was a good, great goal from Vardy, man. That run into the front post, and the connection was beautiful. The ball just went straight into the net. Leicester deserved it, just shaded it 1-0. Wolves, on the other hand, they got a new manager, new ideas. The players are, they got good players. They still have good players there. And I think they're going to be very good as well with the crowd behind them as well. Tottenham going there on Sunday. That's the game we're going to be covering on the channel. So make sure you watch out for that one. That's going to be a tough game for Tottenham, and Wolves are, I'm expecting a very good team performance from them in the next game. So Leicester won that game 1-0. Then off to Chelsea, Stamford Bridge. Chelsea beat Crystal Palace 3-0. Chelsea were just too strong. They've got this dynamism in front of goal with their front three. They're very quick, they interchange as well, they're just really, really good. And with Werner, Havertz, and Odoi in front, they could swap that for I can't remember his name now. It will come to me very soon, but you could swap that for. They got a lot of the little players up front that they just play that front three, and they could cause you a lot of problem. Midfield, they have was it Kante with two players. You have what's his name? Kovacic as well, very good. So they've got that dynamism as well in the middle of the pitch, and the defensively they've been very strong, and they just blew Palace away. Palace on the other hand, new players, new managers, couple of new young players signed from clubs, big clubs, but they're young unknown players. So Patrick Vieira is gonna have to rely on lots of, energy, youthful exuberance. That's the word. That's a bit of a mouthful. I think that's what he's gonna rely on for that, because it's gonna be very, 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 very tough for them. I believe they might get it right, they might struggle. It's gonna go one way or the other, and that should be something to look out for. Chelsea blew them away 3-0. Watford, Aston Villa, a very good game for the first game of the season. Watford won 3-2. A couple of new signings making scoring on their debut. Villa, Ing scored for Villa. I think Villa came from Villa scored for us, I think, and then they went a couple of goals down, and then Watford just became stronger. I think first game of the season, the fans made a big difference as well for some of the clubs, the new clubs. It's good to have the fans back, and the Watford won that 3-2. Everton, Southampton, that was 3-1. Southampton scored first with the new guy, Armstrong, with a good goal, and a good finish as well, right into the top corner to the roof of the net. Everton came back. Richarlison, let's talk about Richarlison, man. This guy has not stopped playing football since, I don't know, since the Premier League ended last season. Had a couple of days, couple of weeks off, went off with Brazil to I think he went to the Copa America. I'm not sure if he went to the Copa America, finished the Copa America, went off to the Olympics, finished one gold with Brazil, finished the Olympic, came back to the Premier League. I think he had about 2 weeks off, and then he's playing for Everton. Wow. Some players, people think they're tired, but some players are just like robots, and I think kudos to the guy, man. He's just been incredible. He's been incredible, man. He's just been really incredible the way he's been playing. He's played all these games, and he scored as well. I think he scored one and had an assist as well. And Everton won that like really well in the end. Southampton, they signed a couple of new players. I think they might struggle actually this season if they don't get a big striker in. I think Armstrong is good, but I think they need someone else. They've sold their defender Westergaard to Leicester, so and I think that's gonna be, what do you call it? That's gonna be a bit of a problem for Everton, for Southampton. But we'll see what happens first game of the season. So we'll see what happens. The next one was Burnley Brighton. Brighton lost 2-1 to Burnley. I think Brighton scored first in that as well. No, sorry, Brighton won 2-1. Sorry, I think Burnley scored first. Brighton, they've got a good team, good manager. The way they play as well, it's very good. And they came back from 1 goal to win 2-1, which was, I thought they were going to win actually. So I think that was one of my predictions for the first round of games. And Everton, Brighton won that 2-1. Burnley, I think they normally start the season a bit slow, but you can tell they're going to get better as the season go on. Then it goes to Norwich, Liverpool. There was only one winner. Liverpool just smashed them up, really, to be honest. They were just too strong. Van Dijk was back as well in defense, and Matip, the defense was really solid. Norwich, I had a couple of chances from what I saw, but they didn't really put their chances away. And then that's what they should. Last time they came up, they went down as well. So I think if they're going to do well this season, they have to take those chances and just, they have to. In the Premier League, you got to take your chances when you have. You might not have too many, but you got to be clinical. And I think that's what Norwich needs to find out for the rest of the season. Newcastle, West Ham, those games are becoming really, really interesting now. From last season, Newcastle and West Ham, I think they played each other twice, and there was more than 4 goals in both games. And this time around, it was 6 goals, and it was a good game to watch. I saw some of it, and I think West Newcastle scored first. I think Newcastle scored first. West Ham equalized. Newcastle scored again. It was 2-1. Then West Ham just went on from strength to strength. West Ham, they're looking like a really solid unit. The players they have, they've played with each other for about a year now, a season, and now they're getting a lot better. Their problem is going to be the size of the squad. As the season progresses as well, they're playing in Europe as well, the Europa League. So it's going to be tough for them to sustain, the same energy as they did last season. Um, but I can see them really doing well again this season because they're just going to get really better, really strong. And they won that game 4-2. They had a dodgy penalty. First, when I saw it, I thought it was a penalty, but looking back now, a couple of um, people have talked about it as well. And when I looked at it, it was, I think the player got the ball first, and in that case, it was never a penalty. The referee didn't even have a look at it properly, and he just gave the penalty. So I think the referee looking back might think, "Oh, I must have made a mistake there." But they're only human beings at the end of the day, man. So, yeah. So West Ham won that 4-2. Then goes on to the game that we covered on the channel, Tottenham and Man City, big game. Manchester coming into the game, City. I think City. Everyone had City to win that game. And I think Tottenham were just a lot more. They looked a lot more fitter because of the preseason. The players that came back from holiday on time and they had a lot of a good preseason. And the manager basically just picked everybody from the preseason. The players that he was playing during the friendlies in preseason, he picked every single one of them. You can tell the energy was there towards the end of the game as well. Tottenham players were a lot fitter. City, they ran out of ideas. The way Tottenham played them. If you want to know much about the game, check out the live watch along. If you want to know about tactics from both teams as well, check out the tactical board video. And that's the way Tottenham played, and they scored a good goal, defended very well, played on the counter, and they were really, really good. They were really good, and that's just first game of the season. And with everything going on about Harry Kane, I think it was a good win for Tottenham because imagine if Tottenham had lost that game, everyone would be saying, "Oh yeah, my Harry Kane, yeah, he should leave now," and it was a good win, and hopefully Tottenham can push on from my point of view. As a Tottenham fan, I think hopefully they can push on now. At least win. They got Wolves next, and after that, I can't remember who they have next, but they can take that into the next game. So that's the quick review of the games, the first week of the Premier League. From from the way I look at it, it's been a good week, good first round of matches, good goals, entertainment. The fans are back, and that makes a big difference. And looking forward to the next round over this weekend. Watch out for the preview video for that one as well. Watch out for the watch alongs for the second week, and also there's going to be a tactical board for the game of the week, which will be featuring as well. So look out for that one. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you for your comments. I really appreciate every comment, to be honest. And we're looking forward to some new stuff coming up as well, like the all about 90 minutes show. That one is all about, we're just going to be reacting to the games and the game of the day, the game of the round. And then the commentary box is on Fridays at 4 o'clock. That's the live. Sorry, it's on Thursday at 4 o'clock. That's a live interactive discussion whereby you can just come in if you want to talk and just talk about football, what's going on, and Premier League, anything you want to talk about, transfers as well. And watch out for the transfer videos as well, because there seems to be rumors everywhere, transfer. So there'll be videos dropping on transfers, latest transfers, and all the gossips out there. There's going to be a transfer deadline day live stream. That one is coming up on the 31st. That's the day of the live transfer deadline day. So that's going to be coming up maybe should be coming up from about 7, because I think that's when the transfer, that's when the activity picks up, because the deadline is, I think it's 12 midnight. So you say we do it from 7 o'clock and see where we go from there with all the breaking news and everything going on. So that's going to be on the 31st of August. So yeah, that's the end. That's the review of the first Premier League games. Let me know what you think about the first round of games. Let me know your surprise teams that you were surprised about. Let me know what you think about, some of the new players that your club have signed as well. And just let me, just comment in general, what you think. If you want to come on the show as well, let me know, we can arrange something. And yeah, so that's it. So thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, follow, like, share, and all the good stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, and God bless.